I tried narrating this before, but it ended up crap, so I'm gonna do it again. I don't know why I had to tell you that, I just did. Anyway, a good idea would probably be to play the battle, so let's do that, and here's the battle. Yeah, between Jimmy and Annie, and I'm watching it from Jimmy's side, because Jimmy's side is Jimmy's side, and Intimidate. And David Kanza runs away because he got intimidated, and then Opnop comes in and takes a Draco Meteor to the body thing that kind of makes up a Metagross. What is that thing supposed to be? It's just like a UFO with legs. Anyway, Steve runs away, and in comes a kill. I've said that crap, haven't I? Yeah. And then Opnop kind of agility is so fast that it explodes all over this Meganium, who we're not even going to repeat the nickname of. And Meganium kind of dies. And then Opnop's dead because it's in over 9,000 pieces inside that Meganium. In comes Steve, and in comes Annie's pants. Read into that what you want. Annie's pants get intimidated. And in comes a Whiscash, and a Thunderbolt doesn't affect a Whiscash because it's parked ground. That makes no sense having a fish parked ground, especially when it's floating out of water. If you look at its front part, it's floating. Whatever. So Annie's pants and this Japanese fish set up substitutes, and then break each other's substitutes. I don't even know how you could stand to break these substitutes. Look at their little faces. How could you hurt something like that? So no more dolls get into play in this match, I don't think. Yeah. So Annie's pants uses a Shadow Ball, and then... Wait, Annie's pants uses Shadow Ball. I'm not even gonna go there. It's dead now anyway. Bye bye Annie's pants, we'll never see you again. In comes David, who I forgot to mention is awesome! And it dances with dragons, and this Japanese fish just drops a waterfall on top of it, and it does nothing because David's so win. And this David's dragon dancing, and this fish is just going to drop another waterfall. How do you drop a waterfall on a Pokemon anyway? That doesn't make sense. So how does waterfall work in battle? Does anyone know? It really doesn't make any sense, does it? You think about it. But then again, it's Pokemon. So David uses an earthquake, and this floating fish out of water dies through an earthquake. So Steve comes in, gets more Intimidate on David, and then kind of runs away behind a lava snail, and the lava snail takes an outrage for Steve because the lava snail's kind of it's not one to kind of run away from a situation like that. It just gets pushed in the way. So then David outrages at the lava snail again, but hits the lava part and gets burned. So David, you fail. God, touch the shell part. So Steve comes in and intimidates his dad yet again, and kind of David's just outraging at Steve because he's so mad at Steve for running away to Jimmy and stuff. And then Steve kind of pulls his dragons at David, and David kind of dies to a crit, which probably didn't matter, but David's better than Steve because he doesn't need a crit to kill. Although he did, he just didn't get it. So in comes this Licky Licky, who takes a bit from pulsing dragons and then just explodes all over Steve, and Steve kind of dies, and then Licky Licky kind of dies, so that's a draw. So I must win for narrating this battle, am I right? Am I right? Even though about a million other YouTubers have probably narrated this battle by now, so we all win except for Jimmy and Annie. Well done, you two.